remember earlier this year, you all launched the MEYLE-PD brake pads. Is that correct? So that's an aftermarket. Is it a commercial vehicle or is that a pass car?
We also have it for commercial vehicles. Yeah.
Okay.
They have been developed on the racetrack during the European Truck Race Championship.
Oh wow.
And we have them for the passenger cars.
Okay.
And for passenger cars, when you compare, let's say, a standard aftermarket brake pad with our MEYLE-PD brake pads, we have two different focus. All right. The MEYLE original brake pad, the focus is more on, let's say, comfort, low noise, and the focus with the MEYLE-PD brake pads for passenger cars is on sportive. It's a very stiff brake pedal feeling, let's say, for the more dynamic drivers. When you want to go on the racetrack, also, for example, on the weekend. So this is the MEYLE-PD brake pad. The issues we faced, and we also recognize from the market, is that the more sportive the brake pad is, the more chance you have that it creates some noise. And our development focus was also to keep the sportive performance, the dynamic performance, but on a low noise level. And that's where we introduced the next generation MEYLE-PD brake pads beginning this year, 2019.
Oh, wow.
Running very successful with these in the market. The feedback is excellent.
Great. No, that's good. That's good to hear. So when you launch that product, do you initially kind of launch it with a number of part numbers to cover maybe the most popular vehicles, and then do you kind of trickle in part numbers for maybe the lower volume or the older stuff, or when you launch it, you just launch it for every part number available? How does that work?
We launched them while we thought it's needed.
Yeah. Okay.
So with a MEYLE original parts range, we try to cover the whole car park. Yeah. So this is the mass volume product.
Yeah.
With the MEYLE-PDs, we try to cover the cars where we see, let's say, the more dynamic, sportive, ambitious drivers. And so we have about 350 references for the moment. Still growing, but this will never become a program where we will set the focus on a wide range of products. We will keep it as a special product.
Got it. Yeah. And then do you also do you think of it, do you release it when you launch, and maybe not just the PD, MEYLE-PD, but even just the other braking components, do you launch it with kind of a global mindset, or do you first focus on the European market first and then introduce it to different segments?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends. Sometimes we get some customer feedback, or we get a hint from the market from somewhere in the world. So then we first try to check the topic internally if this makes sense for this market itself, or for this specific certain market, and then we try to go connected with our colleagues everywhere in the world, starting discussions with them, and then we will see if this is something just for, I don't know, the North American market, only for Germany, or maybe for Europe, or worldwide. It's always depending on many different factors.